Okay, favorite memory with Bailey. There was a lot of them because we were neighbors my whole childhood. But a really fun one was when I saw a wild cat, and not like a wild cat, like it was like a tiger, but not a tiger because we live in Michigan. This big cat that was like out on the loose, and everyone that kept on seeing it. And I saw it in my backyard, and I told Bailey about it, and she refused to walk home. So she made me walk her home after coming to my house every single night because she refused to go by herself, and it was just it made me feel so trusted.
A really great memory of Bailey is like when she started to started to be a really good drawer. She was really good at drawing stuff, and like when we would be like home alone, she would teach me how to draw pictures that she was really good at, and that was very cool of her to do that. And when I look at it, I was like, Bailey's really good at really helping me with getting the shapes and all. And we drew a lighthouse with a sunset in the background, which is really cool. Just sometimes we would just do karaoke or something. It was very fun.
I've known Bailey since I think about 9th or 10th grade. Some of my favorite memories with you, Bailey, will always be at camps or youth retreats. The one that always comes to mind is winter retreat in the cabin just before all of us are falling asleep. You and Gabby Vermilia found out that you both really loved VeggieTales and VeggieTales songs. You continued to sing them over and over again as we all drifted off to sleep. And that just brought me so much joy because when you first came to the church, you were really quiet and it was hard for you to meet new people. And seeing you two make that connection, become best friends, was really awesome. And seeing your friendship grow with her and Rosalie and Marilyn and Izzy has been really beautiful over the years. So that definitely was one of my favorite memories because that was the start of your friend group here or at the youth group.
I also remember we used to take turns pulling each other towards each other's houses all the time, and we would also stand by each other's door and just randomly scream hi to the other one, and we would wait for a response because we couldn't see each other's houses, but we could still scream and hear each other.
When I think about a good memory with Bailey, I think about when she was younger. I remember when she was a little baby, she would cry anytime Kim wasn't with her. That always made me smile, and I just watched her personality kind of grow from there. All the years, yeah.
Got recency bias on this. I'm going to say my favorite memory with Bailey when we were on the cruise last year, the day that we were in the Dominican Republic. It was like a perfect Bailey day. We got up and we went and zip lined, and then we jumped off waterfalls, which she was just so excited about, and you could just see how excited she was in the videos. We went back to the ship, we got her siblings, and then we went back into the Dominican Republic, and she got to hang out with her siblings, and she was dancing with Jake, and Jake bought her the Virgin Mojito. Then back on the ship, dancing on the deck with Jordan, and they just had this really great day, and it was just all these things that were about Bailey. And the funny thing is I was only really a part of a small portion of that, but then looking back on the videos, that made me really happy. I'm gonna go with that's my favorite Bailey memory.
She's probably the most athletic of my kids up to this point. Jordan's got some too, but she water skis, and I obviously love to water ski. And so that she asks to use my ski, I think is really cool. And that's the first time that she asked me to use my ski, or that I suggested she use my ski, and she got excited about that. That made me really happy.
We went to our neighbor's house all the time. Their names were the Gallatins, and we would always knock on their door, and we would say hi to them and have food with them, and they were super sweet, and I loved them. And I love going to their house with Bailey.
Also playing partner dodgeball with you at summer youth camp. You explaining to me how your family doesn't eat meat, which is very normal to you, but fascinating to me. Us, how we were playing charades the last winter retreat we were on. so many fun little memories. That's what I think about when I think of you and my favorite memories.
Bailey finally got her boater's license, and I was very happy to be able to teach someone else to drive my boat, because I really wanted someone else other than Jen to pull me. And yeah, teaching her to drive my boat and park it was fun. Good memory.
The second memory I can think of was one I wasn't even here for, and it's when Bailey was a lot younger. She just had so much energy. She still has it, but when she was younger, she just couldn't control herself. And so I was gone, and I came back to this story of Bailey just being so excited, and that there was a cupboard door open, and she was just like, I don't know, just has this energy, and she just starts leaning on the cupboard until it breaks off the hinges. And I have to fix it now, but it just kind of says who Bailey is. She's just has all this energy, and she's actually learned a lot. And she now controls her body a lot more than she used to. But we used to have to say to her, Bailey, control your body. Bailey, control your body. And that's just kind of something that kind of says who she is.
Favorite memory would have to be meeting her for the first time. It was at summer camp 2022, and we happened to be in the same cabin, and I noticed her backpack was after the last airbender, and so I said, I really like your backpack. She was thrilled, and so we started talking, and I think it's my favorite memory because I knew right away that I wanted to be her friend.
Oh, one of my favorite memories, our night swim. Our night swim about 3 years ago now. At one of our sleepovers, it was kind of lightning outside and raining, and she obviously refused to get in the water because she was cold and it was lightning, but me and Bailey got in and we went for a little night swim, and yeah, it was lightning, but it was fun. It was worth that.
So recently we've had an Attack on Titan phase. Because we were so invested in it, we just went out of our way to almost celebrate it, I guess. So the main character, we celebrated his birthday. He's a precious little cinnamon roll, so, we bought cinnamon rolls and sang happy birthday to Aaron Yeager. Bailey and I, we memorized multiple of the intros, in Japanese, and we just randomly sing those whenever. After the show ended, we were super sad, and we kept sending each other these sad TikTok edits of the characters. But I feel bad because I feel like those memories don't really do our relationship justice. She's one of my favorite people in the world, so anytime you spend with her, I'm having the time of my life. So just don't take those memories as the peak of our relationship.
A favorite memory of Bailey is when she first came to my house, probably for her birthday. We were downstairs, and when she was trying to go upstairs, she was having trouble trying to open the gate that goes to our basement, and my dad came over to help her, and now she's convinced that he's mad at her because he had to come help her, which of course isn't true, but she won't listen.
A good memory that I have would probably be when we were playing a card game. All of the cards were made out of plastic, so when we were trying to pick them up, they kept slipping out of our fingers, and we were both dying laughing because we were very slap happy.
My favorite memory with Bailey would be every fifth Sunday of the month, our church would have a potluck, and usually after we eat, we'd go into one of the nurseries, and we'd watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that's where I first saw the show, which was super fun and special.
Two lovers forbidden from one another, a war divides their people, and a mountain divides them apart. Built a path to be together. Yeah, I forget the next couple lines, but then it goes, secret tunnel, through the mountain, secret tunnel, yeah.
Okay, so there is this show called Ruby that all of the sibling clan absolutely adores. But when it was coming out, for some reason we all would like watch it separately. Like Jake would show it to me, and then we'd show it to the girls. But then Volume 9 came out, and everything just like lined up perfectly for us to watch it together. Like the parents were spending the night at the lake, and it was just us like staying up super late, and we binged watched this this last season that just came out, and it was just the most amazing thing. We were fangirling over the music, the new music, the new animations, and just everything about it. It was just awesome.
The recent one I can think of at the top of my head is with both Bailey and Caitlin. A few years ago, we like sat down. It was probably like at midnight or something like that. When we binged watched the most recent season of Ruby, which has been our favorite show. And it was the first time like we like watched it all, the newest one together, all going in blind, made our predictions and whatnot. I think we started at like midnight, but it like its duration was like 3 hours. It took us till like 7 in the morning to get through it because we kept pausing it and talking about it, and Bailey would be screaming about certain things that would happen. And I think the internet went out for like 30 minutes, so we watched it and we got through it, and it was the frickin' fun time.